NAY caliber team. What's the immediate feeling afterwards?
Well, it's great. We're super excited about it, but at the end of the day, it's all about validation. We beat a good team, but we got to prove it tomorrow.
Once you do it once, anybody can beat somebody. One time in hockey, it's beauty hockey, anybody can beat anybody, but you do it twice, then you're really solidifying it.
Luke, it looked like you were seeing the puck really well. How'd you feel your game was?
Felt good, for sure. Had a good week of practice, a lot of help, just talking over stuff with Gibby, the other boys, whatnot, and just preparing for this game, being dialed in. It's coming down to playoff hockey right now. That's the mindset, and that's what it's got to be.
Guys were blocking countless shots in front of you. What did you see at your boys in front?
I was thinking I'm hugging every single one of them, or trying to get to all of them. When I went back in the locker room, they yeah, you guys see me make saves, but I hope people will see that too, like you just said. Like, those blocks are big time. Those are, like I said, that's playoff hockey. That's how you win hockey games, and that's what we decide.
Even with as many as you did.
Yeah.
Even though those blocks are happening, that's still a lot of activity for both. I think they had over 90 shot attempts in this game, so do you like being in a game where you have that much activity?
They're a high volume team, which we were told coming into it, and when I first started my college career, that's how it was for me. And I like that because it gets you in the game right away. I mean, obviously, 45, 40 shots, whatever it is, it seems like a lot, but as a goalie, you're kind of liking it because you stay in the game, you stay dialed, you stay ready. I mean, even same thing when it's a 20-shot game, whatnot, but kind of keeps you in it a little bit more, I would say. Yeah.
And you guys, obviously, they're a tough team, but you get those 2 goals pretty quick. I mean, what was kind of the feeling on the ice? And do you feel them, I mean, not that they're going to get frustrated, did you feel they were a little frustrated when you guys got those 2 goals quick?
No, they're just a really good team, and they know how to play from behind. When you're as deep as we are and they are, like, you know how to come back in games, and they've been successful all year. Being down after the first and being down after the second. So kind of like going to the locker room was kind of like a keep a positive mentality and like not to change your game and not to get too cute, if that makes sense. Kind of stick to, like what he said, like stick to the playoff hockey like brand and to not kind of stray from what works. So I think that'd be the biggest thing. Going with the lead, I think we have to be better with it. I think we came out a little soft in the second period and we didn't really play to our caliber or standard.
I was going to say, so outside the first 10 minutes, because Coach mentioned in the second period, but overall, I mean, do you feel, obviously you guys stayed in control, but how do you feel that you matched their physicality?
I think we did a really good job. I think our fourth line really led the charge with that, and I think kind of up and down our lineup, we fed off it a little bit, and I think there's always room to get better with that too. I think you could always be more physical, you could always be harder on pucks, you could always be stronger on sticks, you could always be better on draws. So there's a lot of things to take away from this game.
I want to hear both your guys' opinion. Western Michigan, they're big, they're physical, but I felt like they had a lot of speed. What was that speed like?
They're very fast off transition, kind of similar to us. They kind of stretch 3 guys at the blue line, and they just look to catch teams off guard. And they got guys that can rip the puck. They'll snap it up on you when you're not expecting it. They'll come in and rip a shot and it's in the back of the net. So kind of for us, being able to slow their speed down and create turnovers to feed our team speed, I think is the key to beat a team of that caliber.
Yeah. And they were finding a lot of seam passes too, which we do too as well. So it's kind of looking in the mirror in a sense, but and they're stretching the puck a lot, really pushing our D-back, which we try to do as well, getting puck up ice as quick as possible, quick transition. So it's nice because in practice it's the same way. And it's nice when practice like that. When you practice hard and it's things just.
You guys know that it's down to the nitty-gritty. You guys know the situation at this point. What is the messaging? What's the approach? These games are meaning so much.
Playoff hockey. I mean, we keep saying it over and over. Playoff hockey, like there's no more room for error. Like you have to start playing. Like every game is elimination game. Because when the elimination game does come, like we can't be under here. So it's having that mentality every night.
It's the only way to play that game.
Kyle, a couple weeks ago you said you guys believe you're one of the best, if not the best teams in the country. What does this win do to confirm that?
Like I said, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. But it's all about validation, and we got to validate that win now. We have to prove it. We have to prove that we are one of the best teams in the country by validating this win with another match.
How do you do that going forward?
We just got to keep playing more standard, keep playing fast, keep playing strong, and just play to our standard. If we let teams beat us in our own game, we just can't let them.
Luke, you said obviously giving like the defenders, players hugs for blocking shots. I mean, you guys came into this match of leading the conference in blocks. I know obviously as a goalie you can create some crazy ricochets and traffics, but when you're seeing them teams get shots off and it's constantly getting blocked, do you feel that that's kind of later on driving them to shoot wide, shoot crazy because they're just not getting anything through the middle?
Yeah, in a sense, there was a lot of point shots that they were aiming to shoot wide. I could tell, which is a smart play. We did the same thing. When you got nothing, kind of got to make a play, right? And you're not just gonna throw it at their shins and whatnot. So you're trying to put it behind the net, get a play going, and that's what they did as well. But we were really good at fronting pucks, sticks on pucks, getting the body in front of the lanes, and it worked really well tonight.
Luke, with about 4 minutes left, there was that net front scramble for Western Michigan. It seems like you made probably 30 saves. What was going through your head in that moment?
That was total mess up by me. I totally missed my post on the left side. It came across, sitting on my butt, and thankfully the kid shot it right at my pad because top of the net was open, and just tried to get my pad down. You always got to try to make a save, right? And that was the goal. And all these guys start swarming in. You see a bunch of white jerseys, which is great because they don't want to let it go on. They'll stop a shot just like me. So it was great to see. It's a little hectic, but we got through it and we got the win.
And then, Kyle, a lot of the dialogue going into this series was that you guys had to be relentless to be a team of Western Michigan. You guys went toe-to-toe, matched their physicality. What do you think of your relentlessness?
I think it's I think it's a work in progress. We've kind of been building it throughout the year. There's times we have it, and then other times we don't have it. Relentless is consistency. It's consistently relentless all the time, and I think we've built it over the time the last couple of weeks. I think it's just a matter of sticking to it.
Can you walk us through what happened on that 185-foot punt to the empty net goal?
Yeah, their face-off structure, they don't have a guy in the middle, and I lost the first face-off, and I was like, I just need to change it up, and I saw that the middle of the ice was open. I was like, whatever, I'll just punt it and see what happens. And the coach was screaming at me to shoot it on the bench, and I just shot it, and I got some puck luck.
So you did get a piece of it off that face-off?
Oh yeah, I think I got it at least 5 feet off the ground. And then it took a nice bounce, so.
Good roll.
Yeah, I guess green was on my side.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.